Tai looking to pivot into Torterra, switch timer pops up and here comes Torterra. Torterra out here looking more like Torterrable for the opponent as Sableye getting torn apart by the Razor Leafs. Tai can shield once, Razor Leaf farm all the way down and this turtle is chomping at the bit, wanting to get his hands on Azumarill. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I asked you all for some help. I set a like goal on yesterday's video and I said if I reach 500 likes, I will power up Shadow Quag and put it to work in the Open Ultra League. At the time of recording, we're at about 400 likes, so we're more or less there, and I'm a man of my word. A huge thank you to everyone for the support, and you can see I've spent a huge amount of dust to bring you Shadow Quagsire. Of course, this is the home of Shadow Pokemon. If I don't show you Shadow Quag in the Open Ultra League, where else are you going to see it? So today I'm going to ask you all for some help again. You can see on the screen, it does max out at a disappointing 2,234 CP. Mine is a 14, 15, 14. I will attempt to best buddy it, but that is not happening before next week. So today I'm going to ask you all, what team partners can I pair this thing up with? It's going to be double weak to grass, so stuff like Cresselia running grass knot is going to be a nightmare, so bear that in mind. Obviously, please be kind, as I would like to pick up some wins to make it a more fun, enjoyable showcase for you all. But that's enough yapping about future videos. Let's get into today's video. My good friend Tai, the king of entertainment, is back at it again with a triple turtle theme team in the Open Great League. The turtles of choice are going to be Torkoal, a Shadow Torterra, and a very cool pick of a party hat legacy shiny Blastoise. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1, we'll lead Torkoal, a Pokemon that only has Hail Marys for charge move, into Jellicent. You hate to see it. We see the pivot into Blastoise. The opponent gives a huge running start of energy. Tai looking to flip switch or take shield advantage. The opponent sacks the hour. My god, are they about to be hard punished? Back out comes Jellicent. Tai forces the energy off this jellyfish, but my god, wait till you see the Razor Leaf damage. In comes Torterra. Despite being a Shadow, Torterra's pretty bulky. The opponent full sends the Shadow Ball. Torterra shrugs it off, commits to the full. Razor Leaf farm down. The opponent's final Pokemon is Shiny Swampert, and my god, Swampert might think we're at low HP, but they're in huge trouble. They shield up the Sand Tomb. Torterra completely deletes them in a blink of an eye, and we're off to a 1-0 start. In the next battle, we see Torkoal into Metachan. Let's hope Torkoal gets some play this time. The opponent builds up to a potential Psychic, a last second shield from Tai, and it's a good one. Tai goes straight for the Overheat. Does the opponent respect the damage? They do not. They near get one shot. Torkoal gets the Ember farm down and we take switch. The opponent sends out Wallface. We pivot into Blastoise and the opponent sends out Obstagoon. This opponent might be thinking their Wallface is going to be safe if they get rid of Blastoise, but my god, are they going to be sad. Tai just needs to get rid of Goon and then we're going to have Torterrable aligned with the brick wall. That's the first Protect Shield gone. Tai already at the next Hydro Cannon. The opponent now all shields down. Can we get to one more Hydro Cannon? We cannot. Obstagoon gets the counter farm down. Tai sends in Torkoal, looking to force the energy off the opponent. I really like this play. The opponent fires off the Obstruct. We pivot out into Torterra. Tai needs to be mindful the opponent might Obstruct. They actually go for a Night Slash. Torterra gets the Razor Leaf farm down. Out comes this stupid Wallface, and my god, is Torterra some counter due to our sub ground typing. We resist the smackdowns. We lower the opponent's defense with the Sand Tomb. Razor Leaf tearing them apart. The opponent does manage to smack us all the way down, but one Ember's enough to take that game. What a lead. Torkoal into Frostlass. We experience quite a lot of visual lag. Niantic, fix your fucking game. I've got no idea if this is enough for a Shadow Ball, but apparently it is. Torkoal shrugs it off. The opponent switches out into Shadow Swampert. It's going to be high Swampert, bye Swampert. Get absolutely wrecked. The opponent sends back out Frostlass. Torterra Razor Leafs that down as well, and the opponent concedes. Torterra absolutely going off. In the next battle, we lead Torkoal into Sandslash. The opponent staying in. My god, are they double weak to fire? Tai correctly shields up a Drill Run and the opponent pivots out into Azumarill, and here comes Torterra. Azumarill, without a doubt, one of the bulkiest mon in the league, where they're getting torn apart. Tai respects a potential double super effective Ice Beam. It looks like the opponent doesn't have it, but Tai deletes that silly blue mouse in the blink of an eye. The opponent's final Pokemon is the basic bitch fighter Metachan. We draw a shield. With the Sand Tomb, the opponent needs to dump energy or will lower their defense again. The opponent fires off the Ice Punch, taking us out. Ty down a shield, has the exact alignment that he wants. We send in Blastoise. Blastoise makes the Hydro Cannon. This should be forcing the final shield off the opponent, and it does. The opponent then pivots out into Sand Slash. Again, deleted in the blink of an eye. My god, is this some fast move pressure? Back out comes Metachan. We fire off the Overheat, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Holy crap, dreadful lead. Torkoal into Azumarill. You hate to see it. We pivot into Blastoise. We reach the Ice Beam. The opponent is going to fire off the Seed Bomb, but Blastoise far too thick. We shrug it off. We reach the Ice Beam. Does the opponent respect the damage? Fuck. The opponent can now Shadow Claw farm us all the way down. We can send in Torkoal, commit to the full Ember farm down, but taking back switch would have been huge. The opponent fires off the Shadow Ball. Torkoal shrugs it off. We do get the full Ember farm down. We now putting it all on Torterra. In comes Torterra. The opponent's final Pokemon is Altaria. This is not looking promising. Ty has 2 Protect Shields, 2 hide behind, and we're going to start investing them. We are running Stone Edge. Does the opponent know? I don't know, but we're about to find out. We full send the Stone Edge. The opponent shows no respect, but it doesn't do enough damage. The opponent gets off some more Dragon Breath damage. Torterra far too low. We get bubbled down. We do reach the Earthquake, but the opponent will be shielding this up, and unfortunately, we are going to take a loss. GG's to that opponent. It's deja vu. Can Ty get his redemption? We again see Azumarill. We pivot into Blastoise, and again we're hard punished with a Grass type. Ty knows he is going to outpace. To the Ice Beams, we fire off the Hydro Cannon. The opponent's counting on point. They didn't respect shit, so we don't even get shield advantage now, which is pretty dreadful. Frenzy Plant takes us out. As if things already weren't looking terrible, that mid game was so quick. By the time we Ember farm down Venusaur, we're going to be switch locked when Azumarill returns. We tank the resisted Frenzy Plant, commit to the Ember farm down. Ty looking to pivot. Finally, Switch Timer pops up. Shadow Torterra out here looking like Torterrible for the opponent, as they've got Sableye in the back and they're getting absolutely torn apart by the Razor Leaf. Ty can shield once. Razor Leaf farm all the way down. This angry turtle chomping at the bit, wanting to get his hands on Azumarill. Back out it comes. We fire off the Sand Tomb. The opponent calls the bait, but I don't think that's going to save the opponent. Ty invests his final Protect Shield on the Ice Beam, looking to get off as much Razor Leaf damage as possible. We make one more Sand Tomb. The opponent invests that Protect Shield. Ty looks to catch a charge move onto Torkoal. He fires off the Overheat. The opponent might be on 1 HP, and they just concede the match. Let's go. What a lead. Torkoal into the tin can. The opponent probably thinking, fuck the algorithm, but Ty very pleased to see this tin can. Registeel going to outpace us to a charge move, but Torkoal pretty tick. We tank the Zap Cannon. The opponent lowers our attack, but don't worry, Tin Can. No attack debuff will be saving you from the wrath of Torkoal. We fire off the Overheat. The Tin Can gets absolutely wrecked. The opponent sends out Charizard, and we're unable to pivot as we really don't want Torterra aligned with this. Ty over farms, fires off the Overheat. The opponent clearly doesn't know the moveset. Don't worry, Mr. Opponent. I didn't know the moveset either. They actually shield up a debuffed Overheat. We now send out Blastoise as the damage sponge. We tank the Dragon Claw. Ty now correctly shields up a Blast Burn. The opponent pivots out into Sableye, and Torterra again tearing apart the opponent. The opponent smartly overfarms. Ty just needs to let this go. Holy crap, we invest the shield. I'm not sure on that play. Foul play will be taking us out. The opponent smartly goes for an undercharge. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Back out comes Charizard. We're at the Stone Edge. We bait with a Sand Tomb. The opponent invests that final Protect Shield. Blastoise bulk gonna be put to the test. Can we tank? A resisted Blast Burn. Charizard hits like a truck, but Blastoise far too thick, and we manage to Water Gun farm down and take that game. In the next battle, we see another opponent cursing the algorithm as they lead Registeel into Torkoal. The opponent does outpace to the Zap Cannon, but we know Torkoal tanks this really easily. The opponent now sends out Jellicent, and Jellicent is about to be met with the wrath of Torterra. Torterra choosing to shield up a potential Shadow Ball, and the opponent does full send. Torterra now going to be able to Razorleaf farm all the way down when Registeel does return. We will be lowering their defense with the Sand Tomb we've got locked and loaded. Torterra fires off the Sand Tomb. This is super effective. It won't do too much damage. However, it does lower their defense. Can we Razorleaf farm down? No, we can't. The opponent is going to reach a charge move. Focus Blast takes us out. Ty can send out either Pokemon, but he chooses to send out Torkoal, getting some more farm. The opponent's final Pokemon is the Flying Toilet. We draw the first Protect Shield with the Overheat and now send out Blastoise. The opponent farms up to a potential Hurricane. Ty with huge balls calls the bait, and the opponent is a master baiter. The opponent's now given up on landing a Hurricane, choosing to masturbate all the way, looking to clutch out this game. Ty shrugs off all these silly baits, returns fire with the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon draws the final Protect Shield. We reach the Ice Beam. It's going to be High Toilet, Bye Toilet, get absolutely wrecked. Back out comes Registeel, and Blastoise manages to Water Gun farm down, and we take another clutch dub. In the next battle, see one of my favourite Pokemon, Shadow Golbat, into Torkoal. Torkoal can survive a Shadow Ball. The opponent full sends the Shadow Ball. Torkoal shrugs it off. We reach the Overheat, and my god, the opponent makes a savage catch, catching it on Wish Daddy Cash. However, Wish Daddy Cash about to get deleted in 5 Razor Leafs. Torterra so oppressive. Wish Daddy Cash super thick, but Torterra doesn't give a fuck. Back out comes Golbat. The opponent fires off a charge move. I believe this is only a Poison Fang. Poison Fang doesn't knock us out. Can we reach the Stone Edge? No, we can't. Is the opponent counting? Do they know this is only a Sand Tomb? Yes, they do. We now send out Torkoal, looking to force the energy. We're putting it all on Blastoise. Poison Fang takes us out. We pivot out into our Party Hat Blastoise, and the opponent also has a Party Hat Blastoise. What the heck are the chances of that? Come on, Jamie, pull yourself together here. The opponent shields up the Hydro Cannon. Ty, gonna be shielding up everything. We shield up the Hydro Cannon as well. This is just a Hydro Cannon. Ty can let this go, but I suppose we may as well shield up something. We shield up the Hydro Cannon. Ty farms up to the back-to-back. The opponent still has 1 Protect Shield, 2 hide behind. They choose to let the charge move go. Ty will survive this Hydro Cannon, but we're going to be so low. The opponent switches out into Golbat. They get a 1 more wing attack. The opponent Water Gun farms us down, and unfortunately we lose the battle of the Party Hat Blastoises. So apparently shinies don't do more damage. As always, Ty is the king of entertainment. Those were some really fun battles, and you really got me with that last battle. I did not expect to see the Party Hat Blastoise mirror, and to be honest, my commentary was in shambles. But if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you like your battles featured on my channel, like Ty's been featured, a link to my battle submission form is down below. Don't forget to answer my question. Post what you think I should pair my Shadow Quagsire with in the Open Ultra League. A huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.